Okay, this is our camera Coleman CT200 V, whatever, U-EX. It comes from Walmart or Tractor Supply, whatever. It does not come with brake lights. So you have to add these things if you want to be street legal, or at least sort of be street legal. So this is how we set it up. First things first, there is a 12-volt battery that we mounted in this little fake gas can. So that's part number one that you need. Part number two, I actually ordered one of these off of Amazon. It's way too long. It comes out to about here, so it's not safe. I ordered it so that I could get what they call a brake lever switch. So basically what happens is you pull this, it opens or closes the connection, goes through, and it goes to the light. So on, off, on, off. Now you could stop there, but if you also want running lights, so this is part number three, part number one, part number two. Part number four, I mounted over here, and that is just an on-off switch. Some people mount this and wire their headlights. I don't bother because I don't need the headlight. It runs off of the battery, or runs off the motor. But this one controls the tail light. So there's the tail light only. Here's going to be with the brake. So that makes it so that it passes whatever DMV wants. So here's the wiring diagram for this too, or the wiring. This will connect two different ways. First connection is to the switch. That's only for the tail light. From the light here as well, there is a direct connection to the brake lever switch. And then between these three spots, there's also a connection to the battery, positive and negative. So one of the wires, the ground wire from this light, goes all the way through underneath, and it connects right here. And then again, from here, it connects to here, connects to the light, or the lever switch, I should say, and it will connect to the other terminal on the battery. This battery supposedly can be recharged, although running an LED, I mean, some people are saying that it'll last months or years before it ever needs to be recharged. I think the battery was $12. If you just get this brake lever switch, this is anywhere from $7 to $10. You can get it with the actual brake lever. This is what I bought. And you can see there's this original one that's off of Amazon comes with a hole where the lever switch and the wire goes through. I didn't like this because it's black. And again, I also didn't like this, which is, you can see how nutty this would be. I mean, I suppose you could mount it way up here, but even then, you're talking about having to reach your fingers out 3 or 4 inches just to try to activate that brake lever. So what I ended up doing is, this is the original one from Coleman that came with the bike. I just drilled the hole, and on this one, it actually has an indent inside where you can run, I think it's a 5/32 or something like that. But anyway, it's a bigger drill bit, but you can actually drill through the inside and create this hole. There's a little bit of tinkering on this part because it has to sit just right. If you can kind of visualize in here, the actual switch that goes in and out, the activator is right here. It can't be here because then it'll never activate, or it can't be here because then it will always activate. So it has to be right in the middle so that when you pull, the light comes on. So how I solved for that is I just put some electrical tape in and I really just crammed it in. This is not going to move in or out anymore. When I first tried to mount it, it was moving in and out, and that made it kind of dangerous. So again, this is the battery. I still have to figure out a mount. Some people would do like a metal box. Frankly, I think it'd be better just to mount some kind of Velcro straps to hold the battery in. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to pop out of this thing when you put the cover on. but you can see right now even it's sort of sliding. So some kind of, you know, rubber mount or Velcro will keep this on. I used these kind of spade clips on the batteries. That way you can just pop them off if you ever need to take the battery out, replace it or something. Let me switch over and show you how the wiring is. On these bikes, from the headlight, the gas, the on-off switch, and then the regular brake, the mechanical brake line, they all run down and go through here. For the wiring that I did for the lights, starts here. This is connected to the brake lever switch. You can see there's a green that goes to the light. There's a black that goes to the battery. And then from the back side, if I can get underneath, again, this particular light, by the way, had 5 different wires coming out in case you want to do like a left turn, right turn. That's more mechanical than I want, and it's way too many wires. I didn't want to deal with that. I just need a brake light. So anyway, from the tail light, it mounts to this. From here, it goes up and in, and it will connect to the battery. For the brake light connects to the brake lever switch in this green. Green to red. Don't ask me why the colors are all messed up. I thought about soldering these, but people on the internet said, don't solder them. They said just crimp them and heat shrink them. All this will get cleaned up. You know, they'll all get zip tied up, so you won't be able to see any of this stuff, and it won't touch the motor. So that's how it works. In terms of price, again, this was about 12, 15 bucks. The light, there's lots of different ones, but this one's kind of cool because it's smoky, and it also has a license plate holder. That was, I think, about 8. This switch, you can get a regular toggle switch. This one I thought was a little bit nicer. You can mount it here. You could mount it on the handlebars if you want to use a lot more wiring. I thought this was cool because it's right here. You're not going to hit it with your leg or your butt. Makes you remember to turn it on. This was, I think, $5. And I'm probably forgetting something else. Oh yeah, this. Again, this, you could probably get this anywhere from $3 to $10 for just the wire. If you want to get the entire thing, you can. I think I paid $12 for it. That comes with this stupid thing. And now this is all just trash. I'm not gonna need it. Kid says, show you the wiring. Okay, so anyway, from this particular light option on Amazon, it has a yellow and a white. These are, again, for turn signals. Just discard those, or you could cut them off or just leave them dangling. There's a green wire, which will connect to the red wire of this. It's kind of weird. Green goes to red. And then, so you're not confused, the green from the brake lever goes to the red for the brake light. It would be way better if it was green to green, red to red, but you know, different Chinese companies do different things. From this one, again, it wires all the way through and it goes up into the battery and it connects right there. So hopefully that's helpful. I searched for about 9 hours. There's lots of people who mount it on dirt bikes. There's lots of people who run it off of a battery that's on their dirt bike already, or they run it off the motor. I couldn't find one for Coleman's or for, this would be for the Trailmaster. This would also be for the, any of these bikes, you know. You could probably do this on a Coleman on the CT100 series. You could do it on the RB200. This one was for the CT200U, like I said before. But I can't believe they sell millions of these things and ain't nobody, either nobody's following the rules and getting a brake light on there, or everybody's doing it and I'm the first person to put it on YouTube. So I don't care about getting subscriptions. Subscribe if you want. You're just gonna see videos of my kid, but you could certainly like this, leave a comment, leave a question. Maybe I'll put links to all the pieces, but literally just Google brake lever switch, 12-volt battery, brake light, tail light for mini bike, and I think I Googled toggle switch. All the stuff is on Amazon or Walmart or Napa. You know, spread the wealth if you want. Again, the headlight still is factory. It runs off of the battery, so when you rev the gas, that's what turns it on. It's not wired into the, I think I said it's connected to the battery. It's not. It's running off of the motor. This can connect to that battery. It's just a couple extra wires, but again, I didn't want to hassle with it because it wasn't broken. You know, it works good. So that's how it works. Again, leave a comment if you have a question, and good luck. This is really something that, for somebody who literally has never wired anything and barely ever put in a light bulb, it really was not that hard. You just have to think it through and do a little bit of trial and error for the wiring. So good luck. Thanks. Bye.